in terms of Stephen Davis yesterday, I was just shocked he was that far up the pitch. But again, I thought yesterday he controlled the tempo of the game. I thought he's just a delight to watch, Stephen Davis.
He was man of the match, wasn't he?
Yeah, listen, it was a close one between Stephen Davis and Ryan Kent for me, and you can throw Joe Aribo in there as well. I thought in the first half he was exceptional, but Stephen Davis is just a joy to watch. And 36 years of age, he just he's producing unbelievable performances just now for Rangers. He looks in unbelievable condition as well, Stephen Davis, and it looks to me, I know Rangers have signed him on for another season, which I'm sure the fans will be delighted for, but if he continues this sort of form, he could go on for another 2 or 3 years.
What's going on today then? What about the contracts for Goldson and Kamara?
It's imperative they get them signed up. Connor Goldson, for me, again, there was a rick or two in Connor Goldson last season. This season he just defends, and he's been a man mountain at the back for Rangers. He's been exceptional. And Glenn Kamara, for me, £50,000, that's a deal of the century. He's just going to get better and better, Glenn Kamara. So there's been good news over the last month or so. Alan McGregor, Stephen Davis, the captain, Tavernier signing up new contracts, and I'm sure the manager will be desperate to get Connor Goldson and Glenn Kamara on longer term deals.
Mark, what are you thinking as we see on Sky there? You see it's funny game football, isn't it? There he is, Jose Mourinho, the special one, unloading the car back at the house.
Bags of cash.
It's only 20 million.
Yeah,
I think is that right? 20 million. 17
a few
months
payoffs
there
over the last few
Hasn't
years.
he? Yeah,
well, they say that's the most important thing now when managers actually go to join a club. It's not what you're getting when you sign on, it's the exit. That's the most important part of the negotiations. He's been a top manager. You wonder where he goes next, Paul. You know, there's the kind of downward spiral. Man United have been great.
Yep.
Now he's at Spurs. Does he wait for the Portugal job after the summer? Does he think he's too young for international football? Does he fancy a wee stint in Glasgow?
Celtic,
does he want to
could it be? Yeah.
Well, it was linked with him a couple of years ago, wasn't it, when before Neil Lennon got it the second time round. Unless Dermot Desmond wants to come up with about 200 grand, 250 grand a week, then I think it's unlikely. But on just on the points there about the contracts, just go ahead.
Sure.
The business model at Rangers now, Paul, is the way it should be, and it's the way Celtic used to have it, and that's what Dave King and Douglas Pat said that they need to go, and that's what they aspire to, and now they're doing it. So you get your players in longer term contracts, and you put yourself in a no-lose situation, because you've either got the players there or you've fattened them up to sell them on for proper deals. In contrast, you look at Celtic, Christie, Edward and Ayer, a year to go. Celtic are not in a good bargaining position, as I said at the top of the show, whereas Rangers now, let's just say they think Nathan Patterson is too good not to have their first choice right back next year, next season, and James Tavernier. You've fattened them up. You've fattened them up to sell them. If clubs come calling and they've put themselves in a strong business position, it's the right model to have on the park and off the park. Rangers now very much the benchmark.
Yep, you can't let players go into the final 12 months of their contract. If they had 2 years left on their contract, you sit them down, we want to extend that by another season. If they're not willing to do that, they're up for sale. I think that's the business model at Rangers. It's a bit different with obviously Stephen Davis and Alan McGregor. Alan McGregor's 39 and Steve Davis is 36. I don't think they're going to move on, but guys at their peak, 27, 28, 29, you need to get them tied down in longer term contracts.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.